Welcome to the Enigma Daily, everybody. Monday edition. Happy Monday, October 20th. And today I got a pretty cool story coming to you, actually. And it's actually right down the street from me. A skunk ape sighting was reported on July 28th, 2025 down here. And I'm about to bring you some receipts on it and why I think that it's fairly credible. But it actually took place in a county down here called Charlotte County. And it was reported by the Cedar Point Environmental Park staff. I want to make sure I get that right because this isn't the staff actually reported this. This wasn't somebody that was just randomly on there, right? So Charlotte County Park staff at Cedar Point Environmental Park reported something straight out of folklore, really, a skunk ape. It's actually pretty cool. What they did is that they reported all the typical sightings, the typical stuff about it, about how they smelled something terrible, they heard a noise, and it actually made the news. And here is the article right there. I can't play the video because of copyright reasons. However, the link to this video will be in the description of this video, in the video description section. You can go in there and click on that and go in there and watch it yourself. So how it breaks down is that to set the scene for you, this took place on July 28th, 2025. Now, the Charlotte Harbor Environmental Center down in Charlotte County were doing their routines, basically a normal day. They were out and about doing their stuff, and they were several of them together at the same time. And what they did is they started first. In most of these type of sightings, they noticed something that smelled bad first, right? A very musky, stinky, rotten egg smell. Right? They described it as musky, smelling really bad, swampy, and thick. Right? That's in their words right there, man. And so they started to follow this smell actually down a trail, right? And they came across a section of mangroves, and then something actually moved within those mangroves. They all kind of froze. And a tall, I'm going to use their exact description here. I want to make sure they get the credit. Tall, broad-shouldered, covered in dark hair, stepped out in clear, plain sight. Now, one of them actually took a photo of it before it kind of saw them, recognized them. It took a photo and went into the forest. I don't have that photo. And again, I can't play the video because the video was a copyright reason, but the link is in the description of the video. Go check it out. It's this website right here, man. It's the Gulf Coast News Show. And so multiple witnesses, multiple sightings. I mean, multiple people saw it, not sensationalized, and it made the news in the article. Now, this was published September 11th, 2025 is when it went out, right? Like I said, the actual sighting went down July 28th, 2025 on it. Now, here's some fun facts about this that lends credibility to this story. Florida is number 3 in the United States of America for Bigfoot sightings. I was actually shocked when I found that out, right? You would think that Florida doesn't have that many places to hide, but it actually has an incredible amount of places that are very hard to get to and very remote. I think number 1 was Washington State. Number 2, I think, was California. Number 3 is Florida. I had a researcher on my show, on our main channel, the Ancient Enigma Files. That long form video will drop not this week, but next week. You can go back to the home landing page, click on that, go over there, subscribe, sign up, and you'll get that drop when it comes down. She actually shared something else with me that's interesting about Florida. Florida has 2 types of Bigfoots. When you get down to the Everglades and you go from the Everglades south, seems to be the skunk ape territory, right? Smells bad, stinky, very aggressive, right? But if you go north of the Everglades all the way up into Georgia, you get your run-of-the-mill, if there is such a thing, Sasquatch Bigfoot sightings, where they are reported to be not aggressive, but still kind of smell bad. I did not know that about Florida. And again, this isn't random, man. Florida has a long history with skunk ape sightings and Bigfoot sightings, going back decades. And I did a show on our main channel. Again, we're the sister channel of the Ancient Enigma Files. We do we do 8, 10-minute, 12-minute, 15-minute live streams every day, Monday through Friday at noon. If you're interested in our long form content, go back to the homepage, the landing page. You'll see the highlighted channel there. Go over there, give us a follow, and dig into our long form content, interview type stuff as well. I did a live when I first got down here to Florida about the Myakka photos in 2000, now the Okeechobee sightings in the 70s, and in the Coiler County footprints in the 90s. Every so often, every few years, something like this comes forward. Something comes forward to lend more credibility to the phenomenon, or just to keep the story going live. But it's across a wide area within Florida. Florida's very flat, but it's some very remote places to get into. But this July sighting stood out differently for me because it was actually made by the employees, the rangers is what I call them there. The environmental center employee staff made this sighting. Normally it's just random people in the wilderness or these one-off or these researchers out there looking for it. They weren't looking for this, right? And it's a county-run park. And it's not some anonymous hiker on YouTube. It's not something. It's actually these employees that went out there and put it and actually made it into the news. Again, these are people that are familiar, and anybody that's ever been in the woods for any amount of time, it's not a bear. I don't even know if there is bears or are bears in Florida. It's no bears. It's not a hoax. I don't think it's an undiscovered primate myself. I think it's something entirely different. I don't think that it is an exotic animal that was let loose and survived somehow in the Everglades, right? That's just my personal feeling. I don't think that. I think there's something much more mystical to this, I think there's actually maybe a little bit of paranormal aspect to this that we're not grasping. I don't really know. However, this is a great article. It's in the video description. Go over there, read it, watch it. And you know what? And let me know what you're thinking at. So anyways, if this is your first time finding us, again, we're the Enigma Daily. We are the sister channel of the Ancient Enigma Files. We do our format is Monday through Friday, noon, live, 5, 10, 15-minute live videos about everything from cryptids, Bigfoots, paranormal, conspiracies, biblical mysteries, just in general, the weird stuff in the world. However, we talk about only the recent stuff. I don't do any deep dives into anything in the distant past. If you want that, you got to go over to our main channel, click on that, and find it. So we're trying to grow the channel. Please do us a favor. Give us a subscribe button. Also, hit the subscribe button. Give us a thumbs up. But if you want to give us a thumbs down, that's cool. Just give us a thumbs down and let us know what's not working, what we can improve on, and what we can do better to make this content more reachable. Also, I want to thank everybody for watching. But also in the comments, let me know what you guys think. Is the skunk ape real? Did you know there was 2 different types of Bigfoots reported throughout Florida? Did you even know that Florida was the number 3 most reported Bigfoot sightings in the United States of America? So, anyways, thanks for tuning in. We'll see everybody tomorrow, and hit the closeout button here. Catch you later.
Subscribe now and turn on the notifications to join us on this extraordinary journey into the unknown.